Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine and I'm here showing up and being authentically myself. It's a cold, somewhat rainy day in Ottawa today. It's my favorite kind of weather. I call it Edgar Allan Poe weather, or aka introvert weather, because every time I see rainy, gray, cold days, I always think, yes, I get to stay home without feeling guilty. How to know if you're an introvert. So today what I wanted to talk about is owning space, taking up space, owning our right to show up and be seen. And why am I talking about that today? Because I've been having some, doubts and fears about making these videos. Even when I was thinking about the posting frequency, I was like, can I really do videos every day? Am I really allowed to show up that much, to take up that much space? And that's when I kind of reminded myself of the point of what I'm doing, because it isn't for people to watch them. I mean, I hope people do. I hope that, people watch them and get great stuff out of whatever I'm doing, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm at a point in my life where I have to finally own my right to take up space, because I grew up with the kind of parents who didn't make me feel like I had that right. And then that was sort of a self-perpetuating thing, because when we feel like we don't have the right to take up space, then we cower away, we shy away from speaking up for ourselves and what we want and what we need, and showing up how we would ideally like to, because we think, oh, that's going to be too much for people. We censor ourselves. So if I decided, well, I'm only going to post 1 or 2 videos a week, because if I post every day, then people are going to be overwhelmed and they're going to be sick of me and say, oh, like, there she is with another video again. And that's not the damn point. The point of me making these videos is to own my right to take up space and to prove that to myself. Because if we wait for other people to give us permission to take up space, they're not going to. Especially the people in our lives who've perpetuated that feeling within us, that we're not allowed to take up that space. They're not gonna just say, oh, now I've suddenly changed and become a different person who's gonna say it's okay for you to speak up and have needs and, show up how you want to. We have to go and take that power for ourselves and claim it for ourselves. And we're gonna ruffle some feathers. And maybe some people are gonna be annoyed that I'm posting videos every day, or they're gonna unfollow me on Facebook or wherever I'm posting. And that's okay. Those aren't my people, and I'm not doing it for them. I'm not doing it for applause and accolades. I'm doing it for me, to say to myself, Jasmine, you have the right to speak up. You have the right to take up space. And I feel like a lot of us struggle with that. I feel like, I think anybody who's ever struggled with weight, I know I've had many, throughout my life, struggles with the scale. I think that part of that is a silent scream from our souls, to be seen, to say, I have the right to be here. And I can't say that out loud. I can't own it through my actions. So with my body, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take up as much space as I possibly can so that people will notice me. But of course, it's not about having other people notice us. It's about us noticing ourselves. And so that's what I'm doing with these videos, is that this is me saying the things that are inside me to say and showing up for myself. I heard a good quote yesterday by Nathaniel Branden. It was about self-esteem, and he said, self-esteem is the reputation we have with ourselves. And I thought, like, boom, yes, the reputation we have with ourselves. That is the best definition that I've ever heard of self-esteem. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm building my self-esteem because I'm building my reputation with myself. And that means allowing myself to show up and speak up and commit to a process for my sake, not for anybody else's sake, but just for what I need out of it. And so growing my own reputation with myself. And so, yeah, I think that a lot of us struggle with our right to take up space and to be seen and to be heard. And so we need to just go and claim that right. And not in an in-your-face, angry kind of way, but in an unapologetic way. If we were born onto this earth, it's because we're meant to be here. We're meant to take up space. And no matter who made us feel as though our presence and our needs and our wants were a nuisance, well, they were wrong, and too bad for them. But we can, at any point we decide, reclaim our right to be here, to be seen, to have needs, and not to find self-destructive ways to make waves or be noticed. We can give that to ourselves. And that's why I'm making videos, because I can either make videos or I can sit on the couch and stuff down my voice with junk food, which is what I've done most of my life. I'm not afraid to admit that. Because I grew up in a household where when I did speak up, when I did express needs or try to take up space, I was either physically, verbally, or emotionally harmed for that. And so there's still, like, that's why it took me so long to start making these videos, because I realized that I had this deep fear that if I spoke up and took up space and expressed myself, that I would be hurt, that my life would be in danger. But I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult, and I believe that I was given a voice for a reason, and I believe that I was born for a reason. I believe you were born for a reason. So if you know what that reason is, or even if you don't, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't change the fact that you have a right to be here. You have a right to have the needs you have the right to express them fully, calmly, and unapologetically. So I'm here, and I'm showing up, and I'm leaving you with the question of, where are you maybe not giving yourself the right or the permission to take up space? What aspect of your life do you try to silence yourself or make yourself as small as possible so that you don't bother anybody? That's it for today. Have an awesome day.